Welcome back to the Armchair Sports Guys. That is right. It is a Bruins edition again with the playoffs starting. Bruins versus the Hartford Whalers, a.k.a. the Carolina Hurricanes. We're going to get into what it's going to take for the Bruins to win and how they really could lose this series if they don't get their shit together. So obviously,
don't you goddamn curse.
Obviously joining me is Matt O'Brien, Rich Mays, Mike LaChance. Sean, unfortunately, can't make it tonight. I am TJ Mitchell. Again, so Bruins win the historical 2020 President's Trophy and finish fourth overall in the playoff seedings.
Never been done in hockey before.
Yeah. Never.
That's a setup if I've ever seen one.
It's a win in the book.
Yeah, I think it's as
belongs in the trash.
I think it's as rigged as the NHL draft lottery was last night, as that was a sham in and of itself. Hey, Commissioner, did you take a cue from the NBA and freeze the Rangers golf ball? Is that why the guy dropped that one? And the only one that he dropped was because it was a little chilly? Yeah. Just asking for a friend. Asking for a friend. You know what I'm saying?
Maybe
anyway.
He was nervous.
Yeah, nervous. Yeah, because he knew that was the –
He's like, old Rangers.
Yeah, because he already knew.
He didn't even hide it. He didn't even try to hide it.
Already knew that was what they were going to be.
Picked it back up, rubbed it into the camera going,
It's a waste of a first pick on the Rangers. They don't have anything else around him.
Yeah, no, that's true. But maybe you can get something.
I watched the video. I don't understand what you guys are pointing out. I'm dead serious. That's why I posted it.
So there was a part when they were taking the ball out of the case, right? And he was trying to hold it to show the logo, right?
Something that George does very often.
Yeah, I try and hold the logo before I drop the ball. Exactly. So he dropped the ball unintentionally. Wink, wink. He dropped it into the little cylinder where all the other balls were stacked.
And then he reached around.
Then he reached around and fingered it out. Yep. And then kind of had it there and then ended up dropping it again after.
Turned it the right way.
And then they
turned it the right way.
It.
And then there were other teams that were on top of it. He, before that, and after that, didn't drop another ball in that cylinder, prematurely. But this one he dropped before, because what they do is they showed you the logo. Camera was on the logo here. And they were like, the New York Rangers. They finished blank, blank, blank in the Eastern Conference. They have young talents around it, bang, bang, bang. They've last picked up in the first round after picking Mike Richter in the 1994 NHL draft. And then the guy would lean it over and go, Commissioner, is this the NHL? This is the New York Rangers logo. And he'd say confirmed. And then that's when the guy would drop it in the cylinder. As he got it up to the cylinder, he dropped it before they even started saying what team it was and any of that. Before the commissioner even confirmed it was the Rangers, he drops it in the cylinder. Picks it back up.
Premature evacuation.
Yeah, picked it back up, did the whole thing, but then every other one he held on too tight. Guess what team was the one that got the pick? The Rangers. Makes you wonder why. Because if you date back to the draft when the NBA draft, when Patrick Ewing was picked,
the old sticky envelope.
It was the sticky or the frozen envelope, and that's how Patrick Ewing, they knew to reach in and grab, because you see a guy, he grabs an envelope, and then nope, the one behind it's the cold one, does this, grabs the one behind it, pulls it out, and voila, it's the Knicks. Because the NBA wanted to courtesy send the Knicks the draft pick because they wanted Ewing to be in a big market team. So this kid's supposed to be the next Sidney Crosby. Let's take another big market team that blows right now, and let's try and get them so that we can get more eyes on them, more numbers in the crowds, more jerseys sold, elevate this level to be where the Bruins are, to be where, some of these other big name franchises are. Let's do that. And that's what they gifted him with it last night.
I mean, all the balls were dropped in the big gallon jug, right? And they all were moving around, right?
Correct.
So what the fuck, George?
Well,
how do you not get? Listen,
So he dropped the ball. So he prematurely dropped the thing, and then he
Prematurely
reached in
dropped
and
it. Yep.
confirmed,
And
then
lo
did
and
it again.
behold, what was the yes? But okay, if he dropped
So we weren't there,
if
so
he
he could
dropped
have
the
had something
Nashville,
in
if
that
he
ball.
dropped the Nashville Predators ball, right, and the Rangers won, okay, perfect, the Rangers won. But he dropped the Rangers ball, and then the Rangers get the first pick.
It's just a
Seems
coincidence,
highly
dude.
coincidental, if you ask
Yeah,
me. And
likelihood
very,
of that
very.
happening is.
Listen, you're suspect. I don't know what
I'm
your
watching
reputation
it right now.
I don't know what
see
your
anything
reputation
wrong.
in this town is, but I'll be watching you.
I don't ever agree with George on a lot of things, but I gotta say, I'm George's ally in this. I think it was a fucking rig if I've ever seen one. It just you don't do that. And if you know what, if you did do it, you take them all out again and you drop them all back in. You don't pick the one and
They're
go.
on TV, man. How are they going to do that shit?
It was live TV.
Live
He
TV, he
dropped
just
the
dropped
Rangers one.
So I don't think you explained it right. He dropped the Rangers one. The one Rangers technically the first time was the fifth one down. If you can
Correct.
see.
Yeah.
So then, but he never.
But there was never the confirmation.
Confirmed.
Yeah. So then he had to.
So he
They had
reached
to pick
in,
it up. They
grabbed it.
finished their spiel.
Boom.
Then he got the confirmation. Then he dropped it back down. He did the rest of them perfect. He did the ones before the Rangers perfect. And then with the bouncy ball and the popcorn machine and the woohoo, all of a sudden the Rangers get sucked to the top.
Right.
I don't have a problem with it, dude.
I still don't have a problem with it because
think
you got to
it's
get
just
all
a
those
weird
balls in the
coincidence.
gallon and they're all flying around. I mean, this isn't an envelope or Patrick Ewing or the NBA. This is the NHL.
Yeah, no, this kid isn't Patrick Ewing. He's the next Sidney Crosby. So, I mean.
Imagine if
maybe.
you went to the Penguins, I'd be bullshit because then you'd have
Yeah,
Malkin,
dude.
Hagged,
I'd rather
and
him get wasted in New York
Crosby
than
and
go
then
to a team.
Lafreniere.
Yeah, agreed.
Okay, again, I don't necessarily disagree that it's a good thing for the league to bring him to a high-level franchise like the Rangers, and even if he is basically in NHL Siberia because the Rangers suck, that's fine. He's going to bring people to the stands and put jerseys on people's backs to wear with his name. Awesome. I only offer that it is very, very suspect that all of a sudden it was that team that goes there.
There it is.
Wow,
There it is.
what? This thing is rigged. Are you shitting me, George? You're absolutely right.
Actually, it is. If you look,
Watch it. Watch the goddamn ball.
watch it.
No,
Toronto.
Rangers,
Toronto got pinged twice. They hit off the post twice.
so that's not rigging it.
Now
that's
watch
just
the
way
Rangers
the
ball goes
bounced, bro.
shoot.
Whoa.
And
Yeah, let's just wait till the heaviest ball, the lightest ball goes up. The heavy balls will stay down a tad.
yeah.
Have you guys ever felt ping pong?
I heard that, Matt. I heard that. Nicely said.
They're very light.
All
Well,
I'm
they are
saying.
until you can put weights in them.
There's no way that this thing is rigged. I have
All-
proof right here.
all
Why
I'm
is the guy
saying.
wearing a mask
Look,
when he's
look
the
at
only
that.
one
Look at
in the
Did you
that.
see?
game?
It was there for a minute, and then it got shot up because they knew it was right there. And look, all of a sudden,
Don't
there's the
show
Rangers.
the whole. Don't show
yeah,
the
don't
whole ball.
just show the clip.
Just do this and then go look at it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can suck my balls.
I
This
don't have a
shit's
problem
rigged.
with the Rangers getting the number one pick, man.
Neither do I, but still, it's just fun.
Yeah.
to talk about.
Nothing to do with
Mac,
them
you-
being my secondary favorite team.
Your volume. So, nonetheless, as we obviously completely agree again, as usual, on the Armchair Sports Guys, 100%, with George being right. So, we digress to the Bruins.
I will, George. I'm gonna give you 25% of this gathering here that you're right. I'm on
And
your side, buddy.
And I appreciate you.
That don't happen. It don't happen often.
Who loves you more than this guy? Nobody.
Matt and Rich can get fucked.
So,
Bing,
I mean,
bong, bing, you're fired, Ed.
Why you guys are so nervous about it? It's the New York Rangers. They're not gonna kill shit. They're not gonna do shit.
I know, but
Meanwhile, who's in the fucking Stanley Cup playoffs?
Our car?
We are.
Smoking?
You said you just wanted to come along.
did Matt? Do you turn your volume down on purpose? Are you afraid to talk?
Don't say peep, man. I'm trying to do business.
We could see his lips moving, but he didn't say anything.
yeah, it was really soft. But anyway, as
Anyway,
as Matt
Better?
figures is what's that?
Better? Not better? What the fuck?
A little better, not much.
It was just
What?
me. It's on my end. Let's go.
No. No, you were good. As we talk about the Bruins here, and I'm gonna go around the room, kind of go just some key key notes and key thoughts as to this Bruins series and what we think the Bruins going to need to do to win this thing. So I'm going to start with Mike because then Mike, I know you've been really itching to unload on this team.
There's a cream for
I got a
that,
rash, man.
dude. You got a rash,
Fucking
man.
I got a rash. So I know you've been itching to try and
Brawny loser
dissect this
bastard.
team. So I'm going to let you start. So go right ahead, sir.
It's not going to take long. I'm pissed off. I'm disgusted. As a fan, I want the Bruins to hoist the cup. Any Bruins fan will tell you they want to see the Bruins come back again with all this bullshit going on and hoist the fucking cup. That's what we want. But as a person who's a realist, if I had to bet money on how they played the past few games in the past week or so, there's no way in fuck that cup's coming to Boston. I want it to. They need to – either they were playing coy and they wanted a fourth seed, which to me is just as stupid, or they're just dumb to play. They played like shit. There was zero defense, zero goaltending because Rask sucks, zero offense. You had open nets and you couldn't score with a fucking beach ball at an open stadium. You'd still be kicked out. They need to step up. Tonight is a step-up game. Tonight's game against Carolina, which is whatever, they are what they are, will prove a lot for the rest of the series going forward. And it's not a 7-game, correct? I think it's only, 4 game, best of 4?
No, this is 7.
It's 7 games. All right.
Yeah, this is Stanley Cup as
All
it
round,
is going
baby.
forward. Yep.
All right, so you're
16
gonna have,
wins to bring the trophy home.
You're gonna need 4 solid wins. You just lost fucking 4 games, 3 or 4 games in a row. You didn't get a point. Is it 8? How many points? None. Not even a fucking
0 point.
You're the
0.
President's Trophy winner of the number of points you got for the season. You got nothing. With you have no distraction of away games. You get no distractions. You blame yourselves. Either I don't know what's going on with them. I want to see the Bruins kick ass. I believe they're gonna come out tonight and kick ass. These past few games really left a sour taste in how they play, and they play like shit. I'm like a disappointed father that I'm not mad and disappointed, but I think you are a fucking piece of shit.
All right.
I'm good.
Rich, I know you've done a little prep work.
Brother.
Please, by all means, Rich, show us your wonderful board of fun.
Well, first of all, I would just like to tell my esteemed colleague, Dr. Lachance, that I fully concur with him.
Appreciate that, buddy.
Go up tonight and display their balls for everyone to see and show that these last 3 games of zero effort is not what it's going to be. So, with that being said, I have come up with 3 important keys to the game, the series, whatever, what have you, versus the Carolina Hurricanes. So here we go. Keys to the fucking game. First of all, the perfection line needs to fucking do something. Because besides Bergeron, everyone disappears. Or makes stupid mistakes that lead to the enemy scoring goals. So we really need to rely on Marshy, Pasternak, and Bergeron to set the tone for the team scoring-wise, because secondary scoring should not be outshining, primary scoring. You don't win if your first line doesn't score. Second of all, Rask needs to stop sucking ass.
My eye just twitched when you said Rask.
Late goals, under 2 minutes. We all know he's famous for that shit. I don't know what he's thinking about his fucking power bar and his goddamn Gatorade when he gets into the freaking locker room, or whatever he's thinking about, his snack. Lastly, another important part is the Hurricanes are bitches. They literally dance on the ice like a bunch of fucking ballerinas when they win a game. Or they slam dunk a basketball. Oh, that's so edgy and hip and cool. They're the Deadpool of the NHL. But
they're so
as Mike
NBA.
said, yeah, there you go. They're Showtime. They're goofing off. They don't fucking deserve to. So if the first line can set the tone, Rask can stop something, and the defense can step up and stop making, like, honestly, real quick, I didn't get to meet up with you guys the last time, but the last game where Rask gave up that last goal, I can't put on him because defense gave it away at the blue line and everybody was heading the other.
Yeah.
It was a full 2-on-none break. There was nothing anybody could do about it.
Yeah, they gave up on that goal. You're right.
Yeah. So if they can pull their shit together and start taking this seriously and put a little effort, I think we'll be all right against Carolina. Beyond that, I don't know yet, but let's start with tonight. Thank you.
I love it.
What a presentation that was.
I
First,
love
that was
it.
perfect. Well done,
love
sir.
it. Matt, for yourself, you got to follow that shit up. Good luck.
Top that.
Yeah, it's just a little hard to follow this up. Am I actually? Can you guys hear me
That's what
better?
you said.
Oh, yeah, we could. Yeah.
You're good. You're a little better. You're good.
Okay. All right. So I don't have any 3 keys to the game, but I will tell you that in that last game versus the Capitals, I mean, yes, we have to score. Scoring 4 goals in 3 games is not going to win you anything. However,
Nothing, actually.
I was like, it all came down to that last game versus the Caps. I'm like, well, who would I rather play, the Islanders or the Hurricanes? And I'm going to tell you guys, I tried to text you, but apparently it was PTO the last 72 hours. Thanks for letting me know. I could have gone on vacation myself, but I would much rather go with the Islanders. This Carolina team made a lot of changes over in the offseason. Now, Reimer's not going to be your goalie. If Reimer was in net, I'd be like, this is just a confidence booster. We own that guy. We own that bitch. If you guys remember, there was the goaltender for the Leafs.
Oh, yeah. No, yeah, I did. Romer, you bummed. One of the greatest.
One of their major
greatest
defenses,
lines
Jake Gardner,
ever.
was -5 against us in a playoff game that year. He's one of their main defensemen on the Hurricanes now.
Yeah, I mean, and they're going to have Dougie Hamilton coming back in the lineup tonight. Aho, Teravainen, Svechnikov, whatever his name is. I mean, they have 6 guys that scored over 30 points or more. They're pretty deep. And they were rolling. They steamrolled over the Rangers. They scored 11 goals in those 3 games against Henry Lundqvist, who's a legend. Granted, he's probably on his back 9, but at the same time, they lit up that rookie goalie too. So like I said, it's a mental game. I think the Bruins can really just start to get their momentum going. Everyone's saying it starts with the first shift. Well, you know what? I'm sick and tired of hearing that because you can always just dominate and like, I love this term, eat ass on your first shift. I need the next 40 to 50, on the next 100 shifts, all 3 lines to go through. I need 60 minutes of hockey. Okay, I don't want to see what I saw against the Lightning, where you started to come together with the 2.5 minutes left in the first, and then you did well the next 2 periods. It just was an unfortunate ending. So, and the other thing with the Bruins, they have 8 guys with 30 points or more. And you want to know that one guy that has 95 points is obviously Pastrnak. You know what the next guy, you know how many points he has? 87. That's gotta be in top 10, maybe top 15 in the league, and that's Brad Marchand. And Bergeron has 56. So the Bruins need to show up. They're gotta be better. And I know you guys blame Tuukka Rask, and I'm the only one that will defend him. I will say that he makes saves that no other goalie can make, but he also gives up goals that George could make, maybe. But at the same time,
fact, not opinion, folks.
You can't leave. Especially in that Tampa Bay game, you cannot leave him wide open. And if he gives up a juicy rebound, where's the D? There's supposed to be a D. You can't have those odd man rushes. I put just as much blame on the defense that I do on Tuukka.
100%.
Now, in the first game, Halak got sniped by twice, and it wasn't even funny.
No, it was disgusting.
Granted, those pucks were moving, but right over the shoulder and his glove was up. How do you not see that? And that's what pissed me off, and that's why Halak cannot play in big games. He had that one good playoff run. I believe it was with Montreal. Somebody call me out on that if I'm wrong. And that was it.
I think it might have been.
Do I think he's a solid goaltender? Yes. Do I think he could start for another franchise in the NHL that has goalie issues? Yes. But at the same time, I'm not willing to risk it with letting up that. If Tuukka lets up a fluke goal, okay, at least he can respond. Halak just shit the bed. That's why Tuukka is going to continue to play. And so, yes, they need to bring their balls. The balls need to drop. It starts with the first shift. Go fuck yourself. It starts with all shifts.
Well, see, Rask, if he lets up a goal, it's fine. The goals he lets up, first of all, shouldn't be fucking let up. They are. And what happens is that's when you get, okay, defense fucked up, defense screwed the pooch, Char didn't do his job. These guys aren't doing their job, the goal gets let in, fine. It's now 2-0, 1-0, 2-1. Now the offense, first, second, third, and whatever fucking Merlot line needs to step up now. And these past 3 games, they didn't. None of them did. They let the goals in.
I don't think they were taking it seriously either.
No. That's why I said they either
they were and they weren't.
They were. To me, I hope they were playing possible. I hope this is just a way of saying, okay, we're not going to play our hardest right now, but when we get to it, when you see your coach leave the bench with time still on the clock because he's aggravated, not a good sign for the fans going, there's something going on that we don't know about. There's something going on behind the fucking scenes.
There was no last minute stride like desperation.
No, nothing.
They always had in the back of your mind, even as a player, we all probably went through it. It's like, oh, you know what, it's a regular season game. But come playoff time, I am gonna go that extra inch, that extra step, and I don't care how tired I'll be at the end of the shit.
and not saying I want 60 minutes of fist fights, but fucking step it up. Do something. Be tough. Throw your fucking glove. Get a fucking 4-minute misconduct. Get a 2-minute penalty. Step up the intensity. This is fucking stupid.
And let's not forget, we swept the Canes last year. Sorry, George. So I'll finish with this. This will be their revenge tour. This will be, I mean, I know guys like Williams, the old guys, like on their team, so they got a little bit of veteran presence. But they remember, we kicked their ass last year. We embarrassed them last year. So they will be out to get us. This is their revenge tour against the Bees. This is pretty much called their Stanley Cup.
And I'll be honest, that's what I was going to say and mention is
Sorry, George.
this is no, that's perfect. That's a great segue. This is, I mean, we went in and we beat the shit out of them, and they were a team that was on fire last year going into the playoffs. And I'll be honest, I wasn't sure at all with Rask, and even though he was playing well last year,
he stepped up.
If they were gonna have that happen, so for me, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm a little nervous about this, and I'm more nervous not necessarily about the first line because, again, you got Marchand, Bergeron, Pastrnak, and as much as I may shit on Pastrnak, and I'm going to be honest, he's a hell of a player, right? And what he does on the ice is
damn right he is.
It's fucking magical. But here's what I do like, at least a little bit. You get DeBrusque, Krejci, and Kasha on the next line, Richie, Coyle, and Bjork on the line after that. I like the fact that you can flip-flop Kasha, Bjork, and Pastrnak if you need to get a guy or a line going. So I wouldn't mind seeing if you did Bork up with Bergeron and move Kasha down and put Pastrnak with Krejci. Now you can get 2 lines going. And I don't see that as a negative thing. I think that could be a positive thing. Again, obviously, getting 2 lines going more than one is a positive, but I think it can be a positive for this team going forward. I like the Nordstrom, Corrali, Wagner line. I think they've always been good for checking. They always bring good energy. Sounds like to me is that Chara may be dropping down, and you may see Krug and Carlo as your number 1 pair. Chara may or may not be the second or third pair with McAvoy. And I think that's going to have to do with because of his age. And if you looked, I mean, again, I'll defend Chara to an extent. I know he's lost a step. I still think he's a hell of an athlete. He's in great condition. And even if he's lost a step, he can still probably outskid anybody. I mean, I can tell you now.
You need him out there.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you could have, Coach blowing the whistle going again from 1980, and Chara would still be skating right now, blue line to blue line and back because of the condition. So I think you need that. I think you need his veteran presence. I still think he's an intimidating force in the defensive end when he can get guys, to try and clear guys out of the net. And guys aren't going to turn around and either fuck with Rask or fuck with another defenseman and hack around because Chara's going to drop him. And I mean, that's just, that's just Chara. I mean, it's Stanley Cup. That's what you're going to go for. So
he's doing that more this year anyway.
Exactly.
At the beginning of the season, he got into a couple of big scraps right off the bat because we didn't have anybody that was going to do that. So he kind of took it upon himself. So that's a good point.
I am worried about some of the Colorado forwards, and you mentioned Shevchenko. What is it? Aho Teravainen, and is it Shevnikov? Yeah. Shivnikov.
Yeah, Andrei Shivnikov.
Shivnikov.
Those are the
Samir
three.
and Mahina not going to work here.
Yeah. Vladimir Hubchkakov. Right.
Those three are
Shivnikov, Aho,
legit.
and Teravainen.
He's
And
fucking
again, my favorite player who's not on the Bruins, Nino Niederreiter. I just love his name. With Trocheck and Nikas. I think that's another good line. Saul centering that third line is a sneaky good third line. Stahl's been there before. I believe he's won the cup with Carolina, or he's won a cup. I know he's traveled around, but he's another good one.
Forward or the defenseman Stahl?
The forward.
Pittsburgh.
I knew he won one. But you also get Dougie Hamilton back for Carolina, and I'm going to be perfectly honest with you. I think that's going to be a good thing for Boston. I just don't think Dougie Hamilton has the stones to play playoff hockey. It's bigger, it's better, it's stronger, it's faster, it's harder. Sounds like my sex life, but it's defense in the NHL.
A lot of alone time.
Yes, pretty much. Exactly. A lot of alone time in the defensive end.
You're really not known for your
a lot of George's 0-1-0.
Listen, ladies, if you're listening, I'm a soft 6 at best, but I'm funny. They're funny. Thanks, Mom.
That's a good segue. Well, that about wraps it up for the Armchair Sports guys.
But some players are on their back 9, and George is on his back at 9.
George couldn't even find the first tee. You shit me? I will tell you, I do think that Reimer is going to start. I don't know why. I have this feeling that Reimer is going to start. And again, I think you can expose him. You expose him in Toronto, so I would not be surprised.
I would love that, but Mrazek is the starter.
Mrazek's not that much better.
Yeah. But we shall see. I'm looking forward to this. I'm a little nervous, but I think I'm a little nervous because the Bruins came out completely flat the entire leading up to the playoff and the round robin, that exhibition game, and then the 3-round robin games. I mean, didn't score a point. Barely was, lackadaisical, kind of using it as a tune-up, like they do the, I don't want to say spring practice, but like, hey, it's the first game. We're going to dress 90 people, right? And half of the forwards are up in the ninth level. You know what I mean? It's like, what are we doing? So I kind of think they treated it like that, and I think it kind of sucks. I am nervous about Tuukka Rask's psyche because of that. I thought as much as I shit on him, again, I will own up to him being good. He's played his ass off this year. And he was one of the best goaltenders in the NHL. And I will say, pissed me off a lot by coming up with terrible decisions and whatnot. But he played his ass off. Can he regain that fire and focus? And I'm a little nervous about that. I just don't know because I don't trust him. Every time there's been a big moment, I mean, hell, he was just on the I can't perform because I need Viagra or whatever list from being up in the bubble yesterday.
Couldn't trust Tuukka Rask putting on my fucking air guitar strings.
Dude, exactly, Mike. I couldn't have said it better. I couldn't have said it better.
Sorry, he stepped up. Bullshit.
That's what I'm saying is he doesn't. So I need him to step up, and I know he stepped up last year, but he didn't finish. He didn't finish. He didn't step up on the biggest stage when we needed him to. So I am worried about that as a thing. I'm worried about the defense. Yeah. I'm worried about guys getting past Chara. If you're going to leave him out there with the big, number 1 lines or number 2 lines, I'm afraid he's going to get beat a lot more than we think. And hopefully, either Carlo, Krug, whoever he's paired up with can get over in time and make that right decision. But you're going to have to rely on a fuck ton of back checking from this forwards, not just from Bergie.
Good at it though, dude.
Yeah, but they
Bergie are the champs.
They have to as a team, and that there's that line that we got to roll 4 lines. I mean, Claude Julien beat it into our heads when we watch them. But they need to, if they're going to roll 4 lines, all 4 lines need to understand you have defensive responsibility. Because, and I will say this, if you've watched the Bruins when they were rolling this year, all 4 lines were rolling. All 4 lines were going fucking balls.
Charlie Coyle was off his ass most of the year.
From puck drop to last horn, they were on fire, all 4, coming back and bringing it to zone and being relentless. That's
Yeah, they were
that's
pretty
exactly what they need to do to Carolina in order to win.
I hope the Bruins. Let me put some truth in this conversation for a second. I'm not going to touch on all the sports teams here, but the Celtics are third seed. They're in the playoffs. Fine. The Red Sox couldn't make a fucking playoff run in a T-ball tournament for kids with disabilities. That's not going to fucking happen. The Patriots lose Brady, which was a great move, I think. George, you can agree with that. There might be a football season. The Bruins are the first fucking team in Massachusetts right now for Boston that can step up in a playoff run to win us a championship. And they come out lackluster like the past 3 games. Get off your ass and you find that fucking dog. They need to fucking step up. It's sickening. They're the only team right now that's starting off a championship run tonight. Oh, well, when this show comes on yesterday. Fucking, I can feel the time jumpy.
Yeah,
edits here.
What day is this?
What day is this?
What day are we
Exactly.
on? Was it Tuesday? But no,
What are the thoughts on Marchand's quote that's saying, "Let's call it what it is. These are exhibition games for the playoffs."
Not good.
Same quote that Pasternak. I mean, not Pasternak. That Rask had. That was like, I'm not worried about it. Whatever. And I'm like, dude,
good. Then
you are too lackadaisical. You can't all of a sudden say, whatever. Well,
this
flip a
must
switch.
be.
He does follow it up though. He does follow it up.
This must be a fucking. You don't have your 2 top. As much as I hate Rask and Char, and I've said it for a long time, and I'll always say it. You can't have your 2 top guys in your team sit in the podium and go, well, it is what it is, and he's ranked division games. And no, you better step up then, because you come out the next game and you get your asses fucking kicked. If you don't come out tonight and play, I'll tell you what, I'll make a deal right now. If they hoist a cup this season, I'll wear a fucking Rask jersey.
You heard it first. You heard it first.
If they hoist the cup this season, I will purchase with my own hard-earned money a Rask jersey. Or I'll buy a Rask poster and I'll kiss it. I even hate saying it. I need some incentive. I need some fuel. There needs to be fuel in this. There's nothing.
Point of parliamentary procedure.
Yes, am I out of order? Should I not have said that? Can I get my credentials back?
You're on order, but I just had a thought. I was crunching the numbers, you see.
We saw your editing.
And according to my calculations, so Philly's got Montreal, Tampa's got Colorado. They gave them shit last year. Washington and the Islanders kill each other all the time. It's a historical fact. If we get by Carolina and these guys fuck up, we're the number 1 seed again, and we get to deal with whoever the survivors are of these other series.
Yeah, because they reseed.
Possible.
Yeah,
that's right. They reseed.
They could kind of like adjust and do the old 180 turn.
That finishing 4th was actually better for the Bruins than finishing 1st. Because you imagine the psychological mind fuck if something happened and we lost to these cocksuckers from Montreal? We would be destroyed. The fact that they were even in the playoffs, and well, you guys know how I feel about it, but they are a psychological mind fuck for Tuukka Rask and for the rest of us. Yep. So, wait, you can't hear me?
No, we got you, Reg. We got you.
The sign that said you couldn't hear me.
Yeah, no, I got you.
So, I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy or I'm trying to look at the cup as, half full, but it might not be awful that I don't love the effort, but finishing 4th might be a better spot for us than finishing in the top even 2.
Well, that's why I said this has to be a possum sort of thing going. 4th seed against Carolina isn't that bad. It's just more of an embarrassment going, wow, this is a number 1 team of the league, and you're finishing you come in 4th seed. There has to be something behind it. There has to be. They had to have played, and I hope to God they come out and just go, okay, there's a Bruins from fucking 4 months ago.
Let's drop the balls right at center ice as soon as the puck drops, and let's fucking go. Like
this is where I miss, and I know Sean Thornton, he might not be a Hall of Famer in his career. This is where I miss a guy like Thornton on the team because Cassie would put him out there and Julie would say, go out there, and as soon as that fucking puck drops, you throw the gloves on and you beat the bag out of someone.
You're sparking up your team. You're getting your energy up.
Set the tone for the game. Get a 2-minute, fine. Get a whatever. We want set the tone. They need to. They cannot have that.
It's a very winnable series. We blew their
100%.
doors off last year. Rask needs to get his head out of his ass.
Yep.
And the top line needs to do something, or Cassidy needs to rearrange, like someone you were mentioning, George, needs to shuffle the lines to get the best out of these guys. They can't start this and shit the bed against the goddamn Carolina Hurricanes.
That's how 2011 was. They shuffled lines around.
Yeah.
And it was perfect. It turned out to be awesome. They moved guys around going, wow, that guy's playing with that guy, and that guy's with that, and Recchi and perfect. That was a good shuffle. Do it now. Set the tone. I'm not saying fight for 60 minutes.
I hope Cassidy doesn't wait too long.
No.
He's gotta be ready to pull it when it needs to be pulled. He
knows his ass is in the Jacob's crosshair, and he knows, regardless win, lose, or draw, if they don't come out of this thing winning something where they finished, he knows there's gonna be talks behind closed doors, whether we know it and like it or not.
Yeah.
There's gonna be a fucking tone set, or I'll go to Toronto and I'll set the tone myself.
Start slapping
Love
fucking Canadians around. Ooh,
I love
sorry, eh? Ooh, sorry. Ooh, sorry.
If they don't win this series, I will find a neighbor. No, I can't say that. I can't say that. You know what? Fuck it. I'll find a neighbor and I'm going to fuck someone.
No. Mute.
I will punch a puppy. No.
Why gotta unmute yourself?
Damn it.
Am I still on mute?
No, you're good.
No, I was muted.
Matt. I was muting Matt. I mean, Mike.
I was being punished. I was tossing threats out.
Nice.
Is the volume still low?
No, you're good
No,
now, man.
you're good now, buddy.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I'm gonna have to kill my production team. But what were you guys talking about with the Cassidy thing? As I was trying to get this thing fixed.
Just that Cassidy better not be late pulling the trigger on even switching up lines or moving guys around and getting this team going.
There's only so much time or so much length in the leash with Bergeron, Pastrnak, and Marchand. Like you can't have. If this was already said, just mute me.
Nope.
But it might fuck with my mic. That you can't let those guys just continue to shit the bed. Like we don't want this to be carried over. I really think that this is kind of a new season. This is something new that everybody's dealing with. And Rich hit the nail on the head. The mind fuck that Montreal is giving. I actually did say that on a podcast when we went over the NHL playoff form. I'm like, this is anybody's game. Carey Price could carry this team into the first, maybe second round.
It could be Montreal, Washington, and we could all be going, what the hell happened?
Exactly. And I agree. I want the leash to be short with the top line because you just lost 3 games. You won the last 4 of your regular season, then 4 months of COVID. And the mindset is, okay, we're trying to protect our team, and then guys are unfit to play. That's what you have to say now. Okay, I get that. But I also want the leash to be short with Tuukka. You got to – because then at least Cassidy can go back and be like, listen, this is what we did last time. And we didn't fucking win. We got worn down. We got taken down by the Blues. Now we can't even beat a team that we have, I think, like a 6-2 record over the last 8 games. That's including the playoffs, of course. So we have 2 losses against these guys. I'm gonna switch things up if I have to. That was the other thing. Like I don't mind dropping Pastrnak down to Krejci. I just hate how Krejci can't get that consistent winger.
Krejci's always gotten screwed around here.
Yeah, it's like they tried him with Coyle, and I thought DeBrusk was a good thing. Now they have Kashe, DeBrusk, and Krejci as a second line. I love the Coyle line. I think the Coyle line with Richie, that's going to be a very, very physical line. So maybe that's where you mix and match. You put them up against the top line of Aho's line, and you bang them around.
Yeah,
that's where you got to go. But I don't mind dropping Pastrnak down and bring in. I think Bjork's on the third line right now. I mean, everything's kind of messed up in my comp. But,
Bjork is on the third line. Kasha's on the second line.
So, I mean, it's going to be interesting to see when this fucking game starts at 10:30 at night because the Blue Jackets in Tampa Bay are still beginning the third round of.
They're 5 minutes into the third overtime.
Yeah, they're overtime.
Yeah.
God.
So
they're playing the third OT.
Yeah.
But
right off the bat.
By the way, go Columbus because I fucking hate Tampa.
Yeah,
Tampa's good, man. Tampa's very good.
I know. But
Why we
I
hate
hate
them.
Tampa. Yeah.
Well, I wouldn't be sad if Steve Stamkos was a Bruin. No, sir.
No, not at all.
For the fucking Bruins to win. Is that so much to ask? Just for the fucking Bruins. I don't care if they lose. Just win.
Well said, dude.
I love it.
Nice.
Okay.
Well, that's it for the Armchair Sports guys. We don't care if you lose, just win.
Yeah. Just win.
We gotta put that on a shirt.
I don't care if you lose. Just win.
Win.
It was just like Mike's quote, I fucking hate Tuukka Rask. I don't care if he goes 10,000-0. I still fucking hate him. And I'm like,
Still sucks. Guy couldn't fix my air guitar strings. No, it's the fucking it pisses me off. I haven't watched a single game. I haven't watched a game. I feel like one for the cuckoo's nest. Nurse the game, nurse. Like I want to watch the game now, but it's an imaginary TV.
that's all right. I'll do the play-by-play for you. It'll be real.
It's real to me, goddammit.
Real to me.
Real to me. Just set the tone. Just set the tone. Win the goddamn. Just win the game. Just win. It's not that difficult. You did it all season long.
You take the puck and you put it in the net.
That's
Put the
it.
puck in its home.
Go home. Send it home.
Send it home.
Bags are
Send it
packed.
fucking home.
Ready for the airport. Send them home.
Right.
Time to
Send
go
it
home, little
Happy.
pup.
Time to go home, dear ball.
Doing the
I just-
bull dance. Working it.
At this point,
Be on the floor.
all I want is a point. That's all I want.
Also, I have a complaint. I don't want Lazon in there. He's matched up with Breslik. I thought he looked like shit these last three games.
he was out of sorts.
I want to see Connor Clifton in there. Like,
I
you
would
want to
rather
switch
see
it up?
Clifton. Yeah.
Clifton has playoff experience. You want to switch things up? Put him in there. I don't know why. Like, I don't want to see more out there.
No, but
At this
I
point,
like Clifton.
if Taco Fall could play hockey, I'd try him out in the fucking D line.
Hey, he was in the pregame warmups, I heard.
He's
He was
playing
out there
Thursday.
today.
He's playing Thursday. They're gonna put him in all game. He's gonna play 187,000 minutes on Thursday. I can't wait to see him. It's gonna be a fucking dunk fest.
But I want to see.
Well, if it doesn't work, dude, that fucks up our plan.
Call him up then explain it to him, Walter. Okay, crossing the bridge. Just give me the ringer. Chop, chop. Fuck that. I love you, Walter, but sometimes you gotta realize you're a goddamn asshole.
Whites.
Went pretty well. Dude's car got dinged up, but
Totaled.
found it well.
I love it. I love it. All right. Well, I guess one last thing before we do close it out here so we can watch the end of the third period and
Of the second
Basically-
game, of the first game.
commiserate how
Yeah.
we're going to be up till like 2 a.m. watching this Bruins game. So,
At least it's
prediction
hockey.
time, boys. As the season gets ready to kick off here for the playoffs. Mike, I'm going to start with you. Bruins, win or lose, and the number of in the series.
Win in 6.
Okay.
A
Any
lot of people are
reasons?
saying that.
Any reasons why?
Because I'm gonna give the Bruins out of this little slump. As much as I have my little rant this whole show, out of the little slump, they're not gonna win. It's not gonna be a sweep. They're gonna lose a game, but I think they're gonna win a couple other games too. I think they're gonna find their stride. They're gonna have momentum. They're gonna set the tone. They were playing possum the past few games. They were feeling out what the series is gonna be. I think they're gonna come out. They're gonna kick ass. I'll say Bruins in 6. I just think it gives them a chance to gain it back and a chance to also lose a couple without feeling like assholes, which they already are.
All right. Reg?
Well, I believe as well the Bruins will win in 6. As long as Tuukka doesn't play like a bag of smashed assholes.
Oh my God.
Jesus, what is that fucking? How much does that go for?
Jesus. I think my colon just fell out.
I have to adjust myself. My
Right, so
God.
hold
Rich,
on.
you're not in Boston,
Wait.
are you?
Wait, so hold on. Let me do some.
Jesus.
Hold on a second.
That actually hurt me.
How much do you think Tuukka raised?
So I think Tuukka probably 175.
Is George doing smashed asshole math?
I guess so, dude.
No.
We're gonna just find out how many smashed asshole it takes to fill up a Tuukka Rask.
So it smashed asshole is probably $38,461.58 per pound.
Stranger things have happened, I guess.
So if you don't want Tuukka Rask, and I did it at 195, there's no way that guy's 175.
Hey,
He's 6'5" and finish.
Rich,
So
next time we have a barbecue, don't go to that local butcher shop with the George's recommendations.
gotta go to the smashed asshole ones.
Exactly.
Yeah, $38,461.54 per pound of smashed assholes. That's what Tuukka Rask is.
Wow, wrap that up and seal it for me, Sam the Butcher.
I don't think I've
Alice ain't
smoked enough
complaining.
to comprehend this.
Is it a train? No, it's not a train.
Anyway, Bruins in 6.
Bruins in 6. All right. No,
Smashed assholes.
minus the smashed assholes.
Well, like you said, they're going to lose a few games. I mean, at some point,
Yeah.
Tuukka show us his ass on a bad goal or whatever. It's just all about how the team responds. And like I'm a big believer in tone in hockey, man. You need to show up and show your hate fucking quick.
Yep.
And they need to punch Carolina in the mouth. Don't let those bitches do a silly jig after a game and win the first one of the series.
Yeah, well, that's just like your opinion, man.
Yeah.
I was waiting for him to do that.
Excellent. Matt, your call, sir.
I don't like to do this, but I will just go basic. I did not want to play the Hurricanes. I'm not going to judge the Bruins just on 3 games. How many times did they lose 3 games in a row in the regular season? But I am worried about the mentality. I'll give you some examples. Joe Haggerty, NBC Sports Boston. Of course, he's going to pick the Bruins in 6. Sean Leahy, Pro Hockey Talk, Hurricanes in 6. NHL.com staff writers. 9 writers picked the Hurricanes. 6 picked the Bruins. ESPN, I don't really trust their NHL writers. 13 picked the Hurricanes. 2 picked the Bruins because they probably all live down south.
Fuck those guys.
The Athletic. Coaches pick. Bruins. Executive pick. Bruins. Scouts pick. Hurricanes. It's in favor of the Hurricanes. If they go 7, it'll be Bruins. If it's 6, it's going Hurricanes. So, final answer, Bruins in 7, just because I'm biased. But am I really worried? Hurricanes in 6.
I'd love a sweep of the Bruins, though. I'd love them to just come out and sweep the Hurricanes.
Oh, do it again?
Of course, yeah.
I
Go
would
back
love
to
it.
back. Go back to back.
The energy.
I'd love to eat my words right now and say, well, 6. I would just love them to come out and just tear shit. I said it last episode. Just tear shit. Play
There's
the game.
not a lot of history between these guys either.
Yes.
Right.
After last year, they didn't play them since 2010 in the playoffs.
Right.
So
Yeah.
Right.
There's not a lot of history to draw on, except you look last year they were 3-1 against them in the regular season, and obviously 4-0 in the playoffs. They're the
That was my
Hurricanes,
stat.
man. They're the Hurricanes.
And I think
They're
what's
doing Hurricane things.
And I think what some teams might be looking at, because I know if I was a coach of a team or a manager of a team, I'd be saying the same thing. We're playing the Bruins, first fucking round here. They got booted the 7th game in the Cup Series. They came out swinging this season, really didn't do much at the end of the season, like a couple win games. They've done shit now. Do they crumble in the playoffs? It's kind of like it's like chum in the water. A shark might eat, but a shark might not eat. So I hope we're the sharks, and the Hurricanes are the chum. Because you're the circle.
The Hurricanes are looking at it. The Hurricanes are still looking at it. It's the
I don't know what I was
Bruins.
saying there.
It's the Boston Bruins. No, that was actually a great.
No, you
reference.
guys should have cut me off for a second. My God, I'm
was
trying to make up
letting
for
you-
my
Rick,
other
smash
rants.
his asshole.
I'll let you go around. You're good.
No, I have making up to do for my other rants of this episode here. So I try to do something. But thanks for not cutting me off there.
But doesn't that make you worried that a lot of sports writers out there are not picking the Bruins?
Yeah.
ESPN, what I say, 13-2.
Yeah, well, yeah. Again,
Granted,
Athletic was
we could
9-6.
rank.
They're
We
from
could
Connecticut. Of course they're going to root for the Whalers.
Right.
True, good point. NHL.com 9-6. I mean, I just don't like that. And the Athletic kind of scares me too. Like the scouts have picked the Hurricanes, and it's like, Okay, you're gonna judge off 3 fucking games, dude? Where's your insider information? That's what I want to know. You know what? Maybe it is a mind fucking. Maybe Mike's right that you play possum. Mike's been saying that for a couple weeks now, and I was like, no, we're not gonna. Maybe he's right. Maybe it's like we don't give a shit who we play. We know who we are, and we're gonna come out there. We're gonna show you who we are, just like we did all season. That very first game last year in October, that Bruins, it's like they never lost a step. They were playing playoff hockey, and I'm like, they are running around the ice. If you guys remember that, I was like, holy shit, this team is on a mission. So I think
people were stunned.
they couldn't believe it. Like
They were game 7 of the
they were
Stanley
still
Cup
in
that
game 7. I was
game
like
7 mode.
I will watch all 82 games, in which I almost was there. But that's the mentality that you need to have. Granted, you just find a way to get it back. It's just like, just find a way.
It's going to take one turn, one thing, whether it's a fight, an injury, a huge goal. Something's going to turn that's going to spark this team. Something has to. They have to. I hate to say injury because I don't see a guy get hurt, but something has to spark it. Something. Down 3-0, down 3 games. Something has to spark the team.
The history is there. Rich had the correct stat. I knew it wasn't 6-2. It was 7-1. The Bruins the last 8 games, 7-1. And I think it was either game 2 or 3. They were down 2-0. I think the Bruins scored 4 goals. This is in the last year's play. They scored four goals in the third. So that's.
Yeah, power play.
Right.
More power play.
So I still have a lot of faith in this team. They finished first. Okay, they shit the bed the last 3 games. You know what? I'm not going to judge them on those 3 games. And their attitude is like, it doesn't really matter. It's preseason before the playoffs. We don't care who we play. So maybe Philly was scared shitless. We want to look at Canadians. Look at what they're doing. That's going to motivate us because we want to play the Canadians. Philly's in first right now. They're on fire. Okay, they had 3 great games. Lightning, they tried. Now they're playing the Blue Jackets. They're going to get beat up, in my opinion. Sorry for that rant, but the mentality's got to be fucking there, and it was on in that last October. You come up with that, it's a sweep.
Yep.
Maybe they mind fucked me. They definitely did. I got a pretzel in my head. But I also got a chubby right now because the Bruins are about to start the playoffs.
These pretzels are making me thirsty.
Well, let me get you to my prediction, and I'm going to be honest with you. I really don't have the faith in this team that you guys seem to. I thought they looked better in the last period or so of the third game, and they looked better overall with their skating ability and defense of the last game in a total. But that's 1 game out of 4 that they played a complete game, and they still have yet to really put the puck in the net. And when you come to playoff hockey, you're not just playing you're not playing, the Sisters of the Poor. You know what I mean? You're not playing, Neshoba Tech or Westford Academy. Let's be honest. Hey,
easy.
Let's be honest here. All I'm saying is you're gonna be playing a teams with a lot better defense collectively and individually with players that are going to be great defensive players for their teams. So if you can't score on the top 4 anyway, what makes you think you're going to score in general, especially against a team that wants to kick your ass worse than anything else? Because they were the team that a lot of people were the pick to click coming out of the playoffs last year with the Hurricanes. With the way their defense is playing, the way that their goaltending was, they were the pick to click. And you went in there and kicked the shit out of them in 4 straight, embarrassed them on the ice. Bent them over,
they really did.
Bent them over and spanked their bottom right in front of the fans. And it was clear. The Bruins went in and they beat the hell out of them. And then it was funny because then that's what happened to the Bruins over the course of 7 games, with St. Louis. But my thing is this is a team that's now motivated to come back and bite you in the ass and beat you. And I just don't. Again, Tuukka Rask was unfit to participate, yesterday. I'm sure he's going to play today, but What the fuck? I don't need my starting goaltender to be unfit to play the day before a game. Pastrnak, same thing. I don't need an MVP candidate unfit to play the day before a game. And it's not like you can say, oh, we've given him a rest. It's a maintenance day. I have no now. Listen, don't get me wrong. I still think those things are kind of bullshit anyway, because you're a fucking professional athlete. You really should be fine, especially trying to ramp up after being on your ass, respectfully, but on your ass for 4 months. So I expect you to be fit to play. I expect you to be already in shape to I don't want Fat Thor coming out on the fucking bench to take his third shift. Okay, Jesus. All right. That's Pastrnak.
I don't want to use a helmet today.
Pastrnak, put the fucking hoagie down and go do some more push-ups, you pussy. All right. That's what I'm talking about. So being unfit to play, Rask, same thing. Get your ass out of the fucking out of New York, right? Stop putting the Coney hot dogs down your mouth sideways and get in the fucking net and learn how to stop a puck. Okay? Like, this is what I mean. So this is why I'm so nervous about this team right now. And again, I know that Cassidy did really well last year flipping lines around, but you could tell there were some games that he was just late to make that change. Almost that he was trying to force the first line to get everybody going. He can't be like that. I need him to be like, boom. It's not working in 2 or 3 fucking sets. Fucking switch it up. Let's go. You go here. Let's go. Let's get it moving, because this team looks so lackadaisical. This whole team looked lackadaisical. This whole entire postseason COVID run leading up. So I'm sorry. I'm not picking the Bruins to win this. I can't. I'm going with Carolina.
You son of a bitch.
It's going to be 7.
Do you know every time you doubt the Bruins, a goddamn Montreal Canadian fan is born? You're fucking it up.
And if they're twins, we're fucked. That's 2 more. 2.
I didn't know that. I did not know that.
Siamese twins, 2.
I'm just saying, I
joined at the fucking ass.
Why didn't you just put your head? Join at the ass.
Because I'm a Montreal fan. That's the same thing.
I did not know that. Well, the game should be on at 9 p.m. Should be pushovers. Right, George?
Quintana and O'Brien next Wednesday?
All I'm saying.
Pacifism! No, I'm just kidding.
All I'm saying is.
I didn't watch my men die face down the mud.
I probably spent, no lie, $600 this year on, forget tickets, on alcohol alone, and I only went to 2 games. All right, so that's a lot of money and a lot of alcohol.
I didn't go to any.
Well, I would be going now, but I'm not in Toronto.
We can be. And if the Bruins lose,
we can be in Toronto by 3 p.m. tomorrow.
All I'm saying, boys, unfortunately, because of Tuukka Rask, this is what you should be hearing a lot this game.
Oh, it's such an old school.
It is an old school song. That's also the goal song for the old Hartford Whalers, yes. But it was also what we came out to at my brother's wedding. So I don't think they play that anymore, do they?
No, I don't think so either.
Only when they do throwback now with the Carolina Hurricanes wear the Whalers jerseys, they don't do it.
Those fuckers don't deserve to wear Hartford jerseys.
Well, unfortunately, again, I would love to be like Mike. I'd love to be proven wrong. I'd love to sit here and find out that we have Bruins hockey, more hockey to talk about this summertime, which is historical anyway.
It's amazing.
But I have no faith in this team. They haven't showed up. They have no fucking clue. They couldn't tell you their ass from their elbow if you gave them a map and a compass. And that's just
that word again, ass.
Yeah, you know. So with that, we got Mike. His score, maybe. His is Bruins in 6. Rich is Bruins in 6, right?
6.
Yep.
Matt, yours is in 6, 7?
7.
And I've got Carolina.
Hard.
I got Carolina in 7 because I just don't believe in Tuukka Rask and this team. So.
You freaking piece of shit. You don't mow another guy's lawn.
You get your ass out there and you find that fucking dog.
Listen, you never rub another man's rhubarb. Remember that.
The
All right,
ringer
boys.
cannot look empty.
Well, I'm going to go back to watching the end of this third overtime and the beginning of what could possibly be a fourth overtime to delay this Bruins game even longer.
Starting off right off the bat.
I love it. So at least with this COVID thing, and I will take and do this real quick. With the COVID thing, this is great, is because we actually get hockey at noontime, 1 o'clock, 4 o'clock. They could go into overtime, and we'll actually stay up and watch this shit instead of trying to cram toothpicks in our eyes. So it's like this at 2 a.m. to finish watching the game in the West Coast because it's so good.
This isn't baseball. 4 hours and 24 minutes. We won't touch that one though. That's
Cocaine's a hell of a drug.
That's a fucking embarrassment.
Yeah, we that's another.
It's a hot topic for me.
Yeah.
We're not talking. I'm already pissed off about the Bruins, and they haven't played yet, so don't get me started on this douchebag Red Sox team. But that's it on behalf of Matt O'Brien, Rich Mays, Mike LaChance. I'm GJ Mitchell saying, let's go Bruins. Please, refs, don't be a fucking idiot and stop a fucking puck. Ladies and gentlemen, remember, be kind to yourself and each other. Wear masks. Don't be dumb. And we love you. Again, check us out on the Armchair Sports Guys Facebook page, the Armchair Sports Guys, Instagram, the Armchair Sports Guys, Twitter, armchair_guys. And don't forget what, Matt?
Weren't we supposed to wait 5 fucking seconds for cutting and editing?
Oh, yeah. I was like, what?
I thought the silence actually,
I thought
help you out.
You know what? I actually thought that.
I mean, your wife owes money all over town, and they come and pee on my rug.
Fucking rug.
I honestly thought that you had something really important to say.
We had a good show until about 35 seconds.
You got
ago.
done and ruined that, Ron.
Oh my God!
So
here comes the meat wagon.
Sorry.
I love it. Now, I will say, don't forget, if you want to join us on the Armchair Sports Guys and debate a topic,
do they?
Please email. Again, we're just gonna prove to you that I'm still right and you're gonna be wrong. But still, it will be fun to get another person on the dais here to discuss sports. So if you want to bring up a topic and you want to debate us on it, send us an email at thearmchairsportsguys@gmail.com. Send us your name, your topic, a little brief description on how you feel about it, and we'll let you know when you can come on, and we'll get you set up here on a Zoom call, and you can debate your topic all you want with us here on the Armchair Sports Guys. So again, this time, we're going to do the WWE 5-second pose. And on behalf of Rich and Mike and Matt and myself, GJ, we're out of here. Have a good night. Peace.